welcome back to Good Day Stateline. Maybe 2022 is the year you want to get a little healthier, kick your sugar habit. Do you need some help? Of course you do. So we're going to do that for you tonight, chatting with Diana, Licalzi, and Biz Velatini. Hello, ladies.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hi.
Yeah, we are so excited to talk to you guys and get some help as we move into this new year. It's the hardest time of the year, but I think it's also like the most hopeful time of the year to actually think that maybe if we make some changes, we can stick to them.
Definitely.
All right, Diana, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why, sugar is so important to talk about right now?
Yeah, so most people don't realize how much added sugar they're eating on a daily basis. In fact, on average, Americans are now consuming about 17 teaspoons of added sugar a day, and that's about 57 pounds of added sugar in a year. Wow. And nowadays, it's found in so many products that we consume, from the bread we eat to our peanut butter to our salad dressings and condiments and sauces, you name it, there's a good chance there's some added sugar in it. And when we overconsume these added sugars, which it's so easy to do, it can cause some negative health effects. It can lead to unwanted weight gain. It could lead to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and it can even lead to the development of pre and type 2 diabetes.
And when we talk about sugar too, like my initial thought, of course, is cookies and candies and ice cream, but you didn't mention any of that. We're talking about the hidden sugar.
Exactly, the hidden sugars that people aren't really aware of, yet it's so easy to consume and overconsume them.
So what do you think is the easiest way we can swap out the sugar?
So one thing I tell a lot of my patients is find the source of added sugar in your diet. So look where they're looking and see if you can make some swaps with some sugar substitutes. Sugar substitutes are a great way to still have that sweetness that we crave and desire without having it wreak havoc on your blood sugars and contributing to excess calories in your diet.
Okay, so also we have Biz. You are standing there. You run, of course, the food blog My Bizzy Kitchen. So you want to share your story and why you and Diana are right there hanging out together.
Yeah, so I've been diabetic for 24 years, and I really thought I had it all figured out, but I had a stall in my weight loss and figured I'd need to get help. So I went to a registered dietitian. The first thing she said to me was, keep your grams of sugar to 20 grams a day. And I will tell you, my first reaction was like, I'm probably already doing that, but okay, I'll go home and try it. And it wasn't until I went home that I opened up my refrigerator, got my creamer out, and wept tears when my hazelnut creamer had 5 grams of sugar for just 1 tablespoon. Yeah. So if that's 1/4 of my day, then I was like, how am I gonna make a change? Well, that's why we are so excited to be partnering with Splenda for their 21-day swaps. And what that is they're just asking us to swap out sugar for Splenda for 3 weeks. Okay. 21 days forms a habit. And I will tell you, I jumped into that first week 2 feet first and started with stirring it in my coffee, making Greek yogurt taste better, even making baked teriyaki chicken at the end of the day. And that first week I lost 2.8 pounds. Wow. And it was kind of like an eye-opener to me because I had only paid attention to the amount of carbs I was eating to take the right amount of insulin for the food I was eating. I didn't really care what the other numbers were as long as I knew that one was good, because I always concentrate on my A1C. But it turns out all the numbers matter. So by just reducing the added sugar to my daily consumption, not only am I eating less carbohydrates a day, but I'm also taking less insulin. And for me as a type 1 diabetic, I'm hopeful that that will help me lead a very long life with type 1 diabetes.
That's such a great story, and the nice thing too is, we're not talking to you ladies and you're like, well, ditch the sugar. You're telling us what we can do instead, which is the only way it's gonna work.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that Splenda.com is a great resource because they have a recipe drop-down menu, and there's hundreds of recipes to try. I'm a home cook. I am not a chef by any stretch of the imagination. So if I can make these recipes, you can too. And as a diabetic, I appreciate the fact that they have a diabetes-friendly label on recipes. That I know that they've already done the guesswork and they meet the American Diabetes Association guidelines. So it's a no-brainer. I can just make the recipe, and I will tell you, no one in my family notices. I've made these small changes, and and they taste great. So if you've not tried sugar substitutes for a while, just give them another try. But go to the website and try some of the recipes.
Awesome.
Like this baked teriyaki chicken.
Perfect.
Really
it looks good. So thank you, ladies, so much for spending some time with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having us. And I just wanted to leave your listeners with this. 8 in 10 Americans don't know they have prediabetes. So it is so important to know your risk level for diabetes. So I urge you to go check out splenda.com/risk test so you can learn more about your risk level and more information about diabetes.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you.
Coming up next on GDS, it's Throwback Thursday. We'll be right back.